Dr. Abel Damina's daughter, Jared, kidnapped. Stay tuned and hear from the horse's mouth. These pastors aren't joking with Abel Damina at all.
Another one know this kind God. Another one know this kind God. Another one know Another one know Jesus. Another one know I never see any God like Jesus. I've never seen anyone like you. I have never seen any God like you, Lord. I will never see anyone like you. I've never seen anyone like you. I have never seen anyone this kind God. Another one know this kind God. Another one know There is no hiding. There is no lie in Jesus. This kind Jesus, I no go see anyone like him. Oh, I no go see anyone like him. Oh, I no go see. I will never see. I will never see anyone like Christ. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the End Time Truth Television. There is something that I like to treat here. The daughters of Dr. Abel Damina recently granted an interview to Shude. They granted him an interview, and from that video we realized that one of the daughters some time ago was kidnapped. So there is this speculation that it is the Nigerian pastors who seemingly are at loggerhead with Abel Damina that orchestrated the kidnap. Now I'd like you to listen to this video. Pay rapt attention, and then if your mind is telling you what my mind is telling me, we will see how you go about it in the comment section. I won't say anything until we have gotten to the last words in the video. Then you will hear my opinion on that. But I think that if you love the truth, you would want to follow through and forget about your sentiments when it has to do with pastors and me. Okay, so let us listen to the girls tell their stories.
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
Your sister was kidnapped when she was younger.
Yes, when she was
Yes,
5.
When she was 5.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I was writing my SSC, I think, and she was writing GSE to go to SS1.
No.
I think.
We're writing.
There was like this
There was an
important
exam. There was an
Yeah, I
exam.
can't remember what exactly, but it was
Yeah.
this whole exam that if you don't take it, you can't move to the next
Yeah.
level. And we had prayers that morning.
Yeah, we had a whole prayer
regular
program in church.
Yeah,
Prayers
was
every
going on in
morning.
church, but then in the house we're just in our regular, thank you God, early morning devotion, and then Jael got ready for school, but we weren't ready, and my mom said, so she won't be late.
Let me go.
Let our uncle take her to school, and then we will go with the driver.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, so she left. So we're still at home. All of a sudden we heard like sound, and then we like locked the door. We're not really sure what was going on.
What it was,
Someone
yeah.
came, knocked at the window, and then left. So after a few minutes, we're just like, what's going on? Whatever. My mom got a call from my uncle that he said they've taken Jael. So my mother was like, taking her to where? Like school? What do you mean they've taken Jael? It's like some armed men came, pointed at the gun to her and said, come with us. We're your daddy's friends. Just come, okay? And she followed them, and now she's gone. All I know is that there was just a lot of this thing going on. They didn't tell us yet.
Yeah.
I could see, like, he didn't even know how to put it. Yeah. So we're just like, Daddy, what now? We'll be late for school. Like, what's going on? I said, Jael has been kidnapped.
Be like,
I know they say that Jael has been kidnapped. Sound effect. And we're just like, we wanted to start crying. My father said, don't cry. I remember the first day, so I think they asked for like ransom and everything. And then I think that time my mom's ringtone was her singing.
With a
voice
recording of her, yeah.
So I think the third day, the song was playing. My mom flung the phone across the room. Like she was just like, she doesn't want to hear anything. And then the 4th day, 5th day, 6th day. I think on the 6th day we went to church again. We did prayers and then we would pray also for her. But when we came back, it was so terrible because I remember my dad saying, he was like, God,
Oh
if
God, yeah.
she's not returned by like the next day or like before it gets to the 7th day, I'm going to leave
Leaving ministry.
and leave this country and just carry the rest of my 2 children and go. I really remember that because he said it like in the parlor when we were doing our prayers. And my mom was just like, they should just return her back. I don't know, however they want to do it. They should just,
Even if she's
even if she's
in pieces.
in pieces,
Pieces,
they should
I'll
bring
bring
it
her
out,
back together.
stick
Just
her
bring
back
it,
and keep
just
it.
bring it.
The 7th day, when we were about to give up, I remember I was sitting in my
6
room
a.m.
and
Really
yeah,
early.
it was really early, and I heard we have a picket fence. I heard the fence open, and I just saw a short head like bopping and coming out, and I was like, "Oh my God, Charlie's here!"
Yeah.
Like
We rushed to
flew.
the
Like I remember we all struggled to pass through the
the
door
door,
because
'cause-
we were like 5 of us. Like we walked and just like, "Oh hi guys."
They painted the house.
They painted the house. Like
It was the windows.
we
yeah,
was
painted
like,
the windows.
what? Child, oh my God. Like her hair was like chop all over.
Yeah, they had
she was
cut
wearing
her
one, like
hair,
a
she was
boy's
wearing rags.
clothing. Her mom would, she like stripped her, shaved her head, like
Yes.
cleaned her up. And she was just so like, oh wow, guys. And then I think I remember her saying, Daddy, why did you come and get me? Something like that.
So, I mean, obviously, when you came back, you were not traumatized by this because, I mean, somehow or the other, you were able to remain in yourself.
Yes.
Did it change you in any way, affect you in any way, or no? No,
I
it's-
think the biggest change at that time, the change isn't here anymore, but like the biggest change at the time was the hostility towards my dad. I was fine with my mom and my sisters, but I was really just like, every time I see him, I just frown and like hide behind my mom.
Yeah.
I was really scared of men and guys because all my kidnappers were guys. So if I see a guy, I'd be like freaking out. I think even till I was 15, 16 or like 17, when we were in Orlando, and I knew I was like, it still like had some effect. Was we were standing on the road and this huge van passed and I was like just standing and I was like, nope. And I just like froze. I was like, let me just go back inside because anything could happen. So I still have, or I used to have those,
So how did
but
you
it's
come
not
out
as
of
bad.
them?
I think just being with my family, healing, especially from God, just constant prayer and just remembering that I'm safe. I'm back home. God's with me. Nothing can harm me. So just that constant reminder every day really helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
In case I have not said it,
It was great.
I'm your fan.
It was great.
Thank you so
I
much.
just, I think that, first of all, I think that you guys are just geniuses.
Okay, you are welcome. And first and foremost, I want to, thank God for the lives of those girls. You see, I used to tell somebody, people, I said, until you have trained your own children and they became adults or they have become adults, when you hear that anybody's child is misbehaving, close your mouth. Don't judge any parents. You know why I said that? I can see that they grew up well and they have not brought disgrace, shame and reproach to their parents. So it is worth mentioning. There are some, and they are girls. The fact that their parents are into ministry does not mean anything at all. And so we thank God for them. Now, but if you judge from what I have seen and compared with the intro, the short voice and the video that I started with, that is the notion of almost everybody on the internet. And you see, if we are Christians, we must uphold the truth. I know that if I title this video, Nigerian pastors kidnapped Abel Damina's daughter, this video will be on fire. Everybody will want to, these pastors. And then we are whipping up sympathy for Abel Damina. And Abel Damina as a person does not need your sympathy. The man knows what he's doing.
Hello viewers, Abel Damina is my name and I'm excited about the opportunity to bring good news right where you are. 30 Days of Glory is one event of a lifetime you will not want to miss. This is the 13th edition, the 13th year of 30 Days of Glory. The Lord spoke to me years ago and said to put together this event where I keep the people of God in the Word for 30 good days, teaching, meditating, and empowering the saints to rise up edified to defeat the wiles of the enemy. Remember, until his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. But when the word came, the king sent for him. The king loosed him. The king made him a ruler. It's going to be a time to tabernacle in the word of God. Joseph, with all that happened to him, his dream became a reality because his word came. Your own word is going to come in this season of 30 Days of Glory. It begins from the 7th of July to the 4th of August 2013 here at the Power City International, 98 Waniba Road, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. If you're watching from anywhere around the world and you want to be a part of this event, you need a visa or you need an invite. If you call the numbers on the screen right now or email us today, you'll be given an invite that will get you a visa to be a part of this event. In July, it's going to be heaven on earth here. The theme is take back what the devil has stolen. Listen.
All right, you are welcome back. Well, that was not me running an advert for Abel Damina's ministry. Not me, not an advert, but that was an advert. Not that I'm running an advert for them. I don't see if you understand. It's not an advertorial. I was not paid to run the advert, but I have a reason why I brought that in. Then I will explain it to you in the course of my commentary on the video you have just watched and the event that transpired in the video. All right, so like the video I started with, the short clip I started with, I intentionally changed the voice of the person there. That's not the original voice. Number one, I want to give that person the benefit of the doubt that is either he or she did not listen well or didn't hear that aspect that talked about the age of the girl when she was kidnapped, or that she probably did not know the timeline. So I don't want to believe that this person just wanted to bring pastors into this matter, because it is unfair. It is actually unfair. Yeah, we know that there are some individuals that are not happy with what Abel is doing. I don't have anything against Abel Damina, but there are so many of you who are his followers who also think that I'm jealous of him, who think that I hate him, that even when I also do some videos that I said, okay, this one, he got it spot on. Yeah, the same people will come around and say, you hate him and all that. So we understand that. And if there are pastors who are not happy with him, some are not happy with him because of the things he's saying about tithe, and not, to the point where they say they will now kidnap him and all that. Are we saying that there are no criminals who are parading themselves as pastors? Well, God knows, and those people know themselves. But even at that, this video now, the incident that took place, we have to judge it by the timeline of the incident and what Abel is doing now. So we will come to a point where you will come to know whether it was actually the pastors that did it or whoever. Now, from the age of the girl, JL, she was 5 then, and by now she should be around 22, because I saw a picture where a post on Facebook where she was being wished happy 22nd birthday. So definitely she's 22 years old now. So if you subtract 5 years from her age now, that means that this incident happened 17 years ago. So by 17 years ago, has Abel Damina started this that he is preaching now? I was actually putting it around 5 years. But because I don't want to appear like I'm just trying to do everything to discredit Abel, so I lied against him. I needed to get in contact with someone that knows him very well, and so he was the person that guided me through. Now, the video, that advert that you saw, was the meeting Dr. Abel Damina was having. He used to have, the name there, 30 Days of Glory. Now, and that was what the program he was doing when he was into charlatanism, according to him, by his own admission, that he was a charlatan. By his own admission, he said he gave some of the pastors who are still charlatans, in his own word, the template that they are using now, all right, to scam people. So that was the last of such meeting that he had before he had his encounter. And the person who gave me this information knows Dr. Abel Damina very, 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 very well. So he told me what
led to Abel's transition, the book that he read, the book he bought and didn't read, and then traveled again in an air flight, he read the book and what have you, before he switched from the 30 days of glory to what you have now as soteria. Now, I wouldn't know when the first soteria was done, but if you look at the timeline of this 30 days of glory, 2013. So between 2013 and now, you should be having about 11 years. 11 years. So ultimately, Abel's transitioning from charlatanism to the message of Christ he says he's preaching now is less than 11 years old. So which means that as at that time, the girl should be around 11, 12 years old. So that should be around 6-7 years after she was kidnapped. So I need to put this out there. It is not right for us to speculate things that are not, true. Now, the problem we have in Christianity is that we think that as long as you like a particular pastor, that pastor becomes God. His words becomes authority to every other person. Meanwhile, this same Abel Damina has told you that in spite of how he speaks and talks about other ministers or his pulpits or when he's doing his podcast, they are not fighting at all. But many of you are, having so much animosity against anybody that says anything that is contrary to what Abel said. And not just Abel, many people. And just because you touched somebody that is like God to them, you are in trouble. So we look at this incident. Now, if someone said that Jesus has given him a different message from what he was preaching before, fine and good. Fine. But the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So how we're going to score whether Jesus gave you that assignment is if the things you are saying are completely in agreement with what Jesus taught and what the Bible that Jesus inspired is saying. You cannot bring some 5% truth and 25% confusion, lies. Is a poisoned chalice and is very, very dangerous. Now, Abel Damina has done nothing in this video to put it straight. Abel Damina did nothing in this video, but it is those that are trying to sell a narrative to kind of distort the truth. Those are the people I'm having issues with. Because I've just seen this one. Very soon you will see it. It will be everywhere that pastors arranged and kidnapped the daughter of Abel Damina. It is wickedness. It is not true. You can't prove it. By now, maybe Dr. Abel may have known those who were behind the kidnap, because in those days, as well, the kidnap incidents then were not like what we have today. Today it is pure business. Today it is pure business that people are now, going into it. But in those days it was rare. And being that at the end of the day, to the glory of God, no ransom was paid and the girl was not hurt. She was released. So what the persons who did it wanted to achieve with Abel Damina, only God knows. Thank you and God bless you. See you in the next video. Till then, from me to you, shalom.